Hey everyone, welcome back to KJoy. I'm your host Ara, and this is K-pop This Week. Your roundup of all the chart-topping comebacks, breaking headlines, and unforgettable moments from the K-pop world. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a weekly update. Today we are going to talk about BTS RM's recent live stream, where he opened up about marriage, loneliness, childbirth, and the social pressures, especially on women. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. RM spoke candidly to fans during his October 5th Weverse Live, touching on deeply personal themes like marriage and life choices. His openness about how he views relationships at this stage of his life resonated strongly with many. He said, "I'm already 32 years old. If I meet the right person at the right time, I might get married. Or maybe I'll just live alone like this. I don't think there's a correct answer." He shared that people today face a lot of pressure, especially women, when it comes to marriage and having children. He said society and the media still make it seem like something people have to do, when really, everyone should live according to their own pace. RM questioned whether marriage truly solves loneliness. He said, "Even when you're married, there may come a time when you want to be alone again. People are fickle like that." He added that if someone can't stand being alone, marriage won't magically fix that. Someone who can be comfortable being alone can also be comfortable being with someone, and the opposite is true. Using marriage as an escape from loneliness, he said, isn't the right reason. On the topic of children, RM was refreshingly honest. He said he's not sure if he's ready for that kind of responsibility, explaining, "Honestly, I can barely handle raising myself. Having a new life isn't something that goes the way you want. Children have their own minds." He even joked about how much trouble he gave his parents growing up, saying if he ever had a kid like himself, it would be frustrating, but lovable. He also reflected on how perspectives differ depending on whether someone's married or not. Married people speak from their experiences and unmarried people from theirs. Neither can fully understand the other. He emphasized that everyone's path is different and that there's no one-size-fits-all answer. RM also pointed out how times have changed. He said people born in the 1990s, like him, are part of the first generation in Korea to see marriage as an option rather than an obligation. That shift, he believes, gives people more freedom to choose what truly makes them happy. He even spoke warmly about his own family, admitting he wasn't always the best son. He said, "When I was young, I gave my parents a really hard time. One day I'll interview them so they can tell you exactly how much trouble I caused. That's why I treat them well now. It's karma in a way." Toward the end, RM reflected on what truly matters in life. He said, "There's no such thing as something absolutely necessary or always good. But if anything comes close to being 100% good, it's reading and exercising, because those two never lie." His remarks came during the Chuseok holiday, a time focused on family gatherings, which made his words hit even deeper. Many fans praised his honesty and how he spoke with empathy about social expectations. Comments poured in online, including, "Our president RM just dropped some legendary quotes for the family holidays. I've never seen a male celebrity speak like this before." Another netizen pointed out, "That part about a person who can be well alone can also be well with someone. That really hit me." One wrote thoughtfully, "You can tell he reads a lot and reflects deeply. I'm proud to be your fan, Namjoon." Another added, "He spoke with so much calm and maturity. You can feel how much he's grown as a person." Someone else said, "It's comforting to hear him say that being alone isn't something to fix. It's just part of being human." And one more commented, "Only RM could turn a casual live stream into a therapy session. That's our leader." And another simply said, "Watching the live felt like a nonstop truth party." Fans and netizens alike praised him for speaking about such topics with sincerity and calmness, especially during a time when many people feel the pressure of family expectations. So Joysters, what do you think? Do you agree with RM that marriage and having children should be options, not obligations? Do you think being comfortable alone is a sign you're ready to be with someone? And what do you think of his point that reading and exercise are the two things that never lie? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on this one. Today we are going to talk about the recent controversy involving Sophia from Cat's Eye and BLACKPINK fans. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. This whole situation began back in August 2025 when American actress Sophia Wiley, known for her role in High School Musical: The series, made some comments during an MTV interview that stirred heated discussions online. Praising Cat's Eye, she said, "Cat's Eye is my bae. I love Cat's Eye. I watch every single one of their videos. They just performed at Lollapalooza. My girls are going crazy." However, she also said about BLACKPINK, "BLACKPINK, I love you. Even though you're giving us nothing right now, I love you still. Always." Many fans of BLACKPINK felt this was a shade toward the group's lack of recent activity and were upset, accusing Sophia of disrespect and seeking attention. The controversy took a new turn when Sophia LaForteza, the leader of Cat's Eye, liked the viral video of Sophia's interview on Instagram. Many BLACKPINK fans, known as Blinks, saw this as Sophia supporting the critical tone against BLACKPINK. The internet quickly became a battleground. One netizen wrote, "Cat's Eye's leader, Sophia, is receiving backlash for liking a post in which the interviewee shades BLACKPINK. Does Cat's Eye stand with the harassment of other girl groups?" Another shocked fan tweeted, "A Cat's Eye member just liked that Instagram post. You've literally got to be kidding me right now." The backlash escalated as BLACKPINK fans flooded Sophia's Instagram comments with hate, accusing her of disrespect. Meanwhile, many Cat's Eye fans worked hard to balance the hate by sharing positive messages and defending Sophia, emphasizing that she's genuinely supportive of BLACKPINK. One fan pointed out, "This whole thing is honestly so hilarious because Sophia is literally one of the biggest BP fans in their group, and she's said it countless times. So the idea that she's secretly jealous or hating on them is just peak reaching." Another noted thoughtfully, "Now BLACKPINK fans are harassing Sophia in her IG comments. These people are so odd." In October 2025, Sophia addressed the controversy again during a casual live stream with her group member Yoonchai. She shared a warm memory from the VMAs, saying, "We gotta say hi to each other," and then Rosé left. "She probably doesn't remember me. She doesn't have to. It's okay. She was the sweetest person to me, and she didn't have to be. She was just amazing. I told her congratulations on winning Song of the Year, and how she's inspired Cat's Eye so much, and how I love her album and everything." Sophia explained the backlash she faced after liking the video. "BLACKPINK fans were coming for me at one point. I didn't even watch that full video. That's the crazy part. But I just let it happen because what people were saying wasn't true. There was no point in fighting it. I'm such a huge BLACKPINK fan myself, so it was just like, when it was all going down, I thought, well, they believe what they want to believe." Despite her attempt to clarify and show support for BLACKPINK, Sophia's comments reignited heated debate online. Many fans sympathized with Sophia. One netizen commented, "Sophia talked about how kind Rosé was when she met her backstage at the VMAs, and talks about how she felt when BLACKPINK fans started attacking her over an Instagram like. You can tell all the hate affected her. She didn't even do anything wrong. Oh, Sophia, I love you so much." Yet, some netizens criticized Sophia and her fandom for their own actions against BLACKPINK, saying things like, "Why doesn't she talk about how her fandom attacks BLACKPINK all the time?" And, "Funny how she's too blind to see her own fandom also did worse things to BP members. This is you and your fandom, by the way." This reveals the complicated and sometimes fierce dynamics between K-pop fandoms. This controversy highlights the high tensions and complexities within the K-pop fandom world, where actions between idols and comments from fans can quickly escalate into major disputes. It also shows the difficulty idols face in navigating these fan loyalties while trying to maintain respect for one another. Joysters, what do you think about this entire saga? Do you believe Sophia was misunderstood? Or do you think the backlash from BLACKPINK fans was justified? How do you feel about the role fandoms play in escalating these kinds of conflicts? And what do you think idols and their fans can do to create a more positive environment? Let me know your thoughts and let's discuss. today we're diving into all the buzz, drama, and debates surrounding BLACKPINK's Fashion Week appearances. The looks that had fans divided, timelines on fire, and comment sections overflowing with opinions. But before we get started, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on that bell icon so you never miss an update from KJoy. Let's start with Jennie, who attended the Chanel show at Paris Fashion Week on October 6th. As Chanel's global ambassador, expectations were sky high. But this time, her look caused a storm of reactions online. Photos of Jennie on her way to the venue went viral, and the internet quickly turned cruel. One person harshly commented, "This hag is supposed to be the fashion icon of Kpop?" Another wrote, "What the fuck is this creature?" No as, no face card, zero talent, just a flat-ass body screaming for attention. Ew, be for real. Literally a whole vibe of nothingness. Many found these remarks unnecessarily personal. Some netizens pointed out that Jennie's fashion choices have always leaned toward elegance and subtle confidence rather than loud statements, and that hating on her body or aura had nothing to do with fashion at all. But still, the wave of online hate was strong, showing just how polarized public opinion around her has become. Next up, Jisoo's turn at the Dior show. Known for her classy visuals and refined charm, she's often praised as Dior's perfect muse. But this season, her look took fans by surprise, and not in the way many expected. Jisoo arrived wearing a black vest layered over a crisp white shirt, finished with a bow tie and balloon-style shorts, paired with a bright green Dior handbag. As soon as pictures surfaced, social media lit up. One person wrote mockingly, "She's looking like an ugly waiter." Another added, "The waiter is here to take your order." Others joked, "She's serving drinks just like Jenma." And, "One orange juice, please." One thoughtful comment suggested that Dior set the bar too high by releasing teaser photos just days before, showing Jisoo in a dreamy pastel gown. The contrast between that elegant preview and her actual look at the show left many disappointed. Others defended her, saying that even though the outfit wasn't what fans expected, Jisoo carried it gracefully as always. And the blame should go to the styling team, not her. Then there was Rosé, who represented Saint Laurent. Her look was perhaps the most understated of the group. A pastel blue satin slip dress with lace trim, paired with sheer black tights and strappy silver heels. Some praised it as soft, romantic, and perfectly aligned with Saint Laurent's minimalist aesthetic. But others were far from impressed. One comment read, "Someone please fire her stylist, good lord." Another wrote, "Is she going to a slumber party or fashion week?" A different netizen pointed out that the ensemble looked plain and boring, lacking accessories and flair. Another harsh take compared it to sleepwear, saying it didn't suit a red carpet moment. Still, a few fans came to her defense, saying Rosé's simplicity was refreshing in a world full of overstyled celebrity looks. One netizen noted thoughtfully that her outfit was true to her quiet charm, graceful, soft, and unbothered by loud trends. But overall, her appearance sparked divided opinions, some calling it elegant minimalism, others calling it lazy styling. And finally, Lisa, whose Louis Vuitton show look seemed to turn the tide. Lisa appeared in a cropped knit cardigan layered over a bralette, with short red shorts, a pearl choker, and a sky blue LV handbag. Her confidence, styling, and attitude drew immediate praise. When all four members' looks were compared side by side, the internet erupted with debate. One netizen claimed, "So Lilies were right about YG favoring the Korean members because since they left, the three have been looking a mess." Another added, "I'm not a fan of the band or the members, but I can see who has the best look." Lisa ate it from every side, the makeup, the hair, the accessories, and her stance. Someone else wrote harshly, "Okay, so I'm not gonna lie here since they left YG. Especially three of them had a decline and attend events looking like they don't shower, or in pajamas or dressed as waitresses. Lisa looks like is the only one who has been serving outfits on the red carpets and at fashion weeks." Another fan explained, "The way LV's collection wasn't even good and Lisa had to restyle her outfit to be more wearable." Says a lot about how she is so picky and has a good taste in fashion, unlike what YG and their stylist always do, giving her the leftover outfit the other members refused to wear. And one person summed it up with biting humor. One was a waitress, The other two had a pajama party. Lisa's the only one who didn't go to the wrong event. The comparisons became intense, and while Lisa was celebrated, others felt the criticism toward Jennie, Jisoo, and Rosé had gone too far. Many reminded that at these events, idols rarely get to choose what they wear. The brands make the final call. Still, the discussions prove one thing. BLACKPINK continues to dominate global fashion headlines for better or worse. So, Joysters, what do you think? Did Jennie, Jisoo, and Rosé really deserve all the backlash for their outfits, or did people take things too far? And do you think Lisa truly outshined everyone this fashion week, or was it just the internet hyping her up? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know what side you're on. Today, we are going to talk about the massive wave of reactions, both exciting and critical, surrounding BLACKPINK Jisoo's recently announced collaboration. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on all the latest happenings in the world of K-pop and beyond. The excitement began when Jisoo sparked speculation with a mysterious teaser. She shared a single photo where she exuded chic charisma, dressed in an off-shoulder black leather dress with long, ebony straight hair. The dimly lit space, mixed with light and shadow, added a mysterious vibe, while the red-toned floor and curved architecture elevated the dramatic mood. In the photo, Jisoo has her eyes closed, her sharp features and silver necklace drawing attention, with the silhouette of a mysterious figure standing a little behind her. The words "eyes closed" were also included, further emphasizing the theme of focus and immersion. Alongside the photo, Jisoo left fans with a short but striking caption: "A duet is near." The cryptic message immediately sparked speculation about who the collaboration partner could be. The mystery deepened when she later posted another image showing a man standing closely behind her, facing the opposite direction with his face completely hidden. This new photo was captioned, "Two voices, one orbit. Coming soon." After a lot of speculations, many people's predictions were right, as the collaboration between Jisoo and Zayn was officially announced. The official poster was released with the text, "Jisoo X, Zayn digital single Eyes Closed," and featured the same picture of the two artists with the release date. Eyes Closed, October 10th, 2025 midnight. However, when the poster was officially released, it was met with a lot of criticism. Many thought it looked like it used basic editing skills, which made it appear unprofessional, and some even doubted if it was a photo shoot done with both artists together, rather than just photoshopping two separate images together. The online reaction to the poster's design was swift and brutal. One netizen wrote, "Whoever made this edit, wow," while another pointed out sarcastically, "Graphic design is my passion." One user wrote thoughtfully, "This looks like they handed it to a toddler and told them to edit it." Another netizen commented, "Laughing my ass off. This is photoshopped so badly it's hilarious. Or it's AI. If it isn't, maybe AI can do better than whatever this is." Some fans theorized about the reason for the edit, with one suggesting, "I guess there's no MV," which I'd like to be proven wrong later. Which means they didn't meet and therefore couldn't have a photo shoot, and that is why this poster got heavily edited. Others were still excited but acknowledged the situation, like the fan who wrote, "I'm immensely excited, but this Photoshop is so crazy, laughing my ass off. Why'd they use this old pic of Zayn?" Yet, some of the hate also turned personal and scathing, with some criticizing Jisoo's vocals directly. One comment claimed, "We already know who's not serving vocals in that song," while another wrote, "BLACKPINK cross. Western artist ass liquor tick." A third netizen questioned, "Isn't this what their fans call desperate for Western validation?" Despite this backlash, fans believe that the hatred is coming from outside, as it seems like many dedicated BLACKPINK and One Direction fans are genuinely excited for the collaboration. In fact, netizens responded to the initial teaser with great excitement, leaving comments such as, "Collab of the century is coming," and "Can't believe Zayn-Soo collab is real and not just a fragment of my imagination." This collaboration also marks a noticeable shift in Jisoo's concept, moving from her usual dreamy and ethereal visuals to a more mature and daring image, leaving fans eagerly anticipating the next chapter in her musical journey. So, What do you think, Joysters? I want to hear your opinions. Are you excited for this legendary duet between Jisoo and Zayn? And more importantly, what are your thoughts on the poster design? Is the criticism justified, or is the focus entirely on the music? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Today we are going to talk about the recent situation involving TXT's Huening that had the MOA fandom buzzing. A viral video, a swift response, and a whole lot of emotions. It's a story that really highlights the intense spotlight our idols live under. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on all the latest K-pop news and discussions. So, let's set the scene. Earlier this month, a video allegedly featuring TXT's Huening began going viral online. The clip showed a young man who looked very much like him with a girl outside a bar that was known to have private drinking rooms, and it was late at night. In the video, the two are seen standing and embracing each other. They eventually move towards the sidewalk, enter a car, and leave together. To add more fuel to the speculation, the original poster, or OP, pointed out that the person in the video had the same distinctive phone case and sneakers that Huening has been seen with before. Naturally, the internet exploded. The phrase allegedly spotted quickly turned into definitive claims for many, with rumors swirling about a secret date and private drinking sessions stretching into the wee hours of the morning. The specific detail about the type of bar, one with private rooms, really amplified the allegations, leading to a wave of concern, confusion, and unfortunately, some harsh criticism directed at Huening. The online chatter was intense, with netizens sharing their thoughts far and wide. One fan wrote thoughtfully, "My initial heart drop was real, but I'm choosing to wait for his side of the story." He's always been so genuine with MOAs. The sentiment of cautious support was definitely out there. But as these things often go, others were quick to judge. Another netizen pointed out, "The video seems pretty clear to me. Idols have private lives, but the private room bar is a bad look for anyone, especially with the strict image they have to maintain." And then there were those who focused on the evidence. One wrote, "People are ignoring the fact that the OP matched the phone case and shoes. That's not just a random coincidence. It's clearly him. The question isn't if it's him, but what was really happening in that situation." Amidst this growing controversy, the fandom didn't have to wait long for an answer. On October 10th, 2025, Huening personally and directly addressed the allegations on the fan platform Weverse. He didn't hide behind a company statement. He faced it head-on. He calmly explained the entire context. He said that he had ended up meeting a friend for the first time in a long while during the Chuseok holidays. Because it was the holiday, that bar was the only place that was still open. He emphasized that he is a total homebody and rarely goes out, which made this situation even more unusual for him. Most importantly, he stated that his friend was in a state where he could not, in good conscience, leave her to fend for herself. So, his only priority was to make sure she got home safely. After he took her home, he went straight back to the dorms. He was incredibly candid, saying, and I'm quoting directly from his Weverse post here, "I'm going to just say this because I'm so sorry to Moas, and also because I don't know why I should have to avoid speaking about it. I have hated bringing harm to the members since debut. I'm someone who hates lying, so I wanted to tell you honestly. I think that the situation could call for much misunderstandings, but there's absolutely nothing for Moas to worry about." He ended his heartfelt message by apologizing for causing worry to Moas, for potentially hurting his fellow TXT members and the company staff. He expressed a desire to remain a trustworthy person and promised to work harder in the future. His directness was met with another wave of online reactions. A different netizen wrote, "The fact that he came to Weverse himself to explain shows so much respect for Moas. He didn't have to, but he did. That's my maknae." Another pointed out, "He was just being a good friend and a responsible person. It's sad that he had to apologize for doing the right thing." And one fan added, "This is how you handle a scandal. Transparency and honesty. My respect for him has grown so much." This whole situation really makes you think about the fine line idols have to walk, doesn't it? On one hand, they're young adults with friends and lives. And on the other, they live under a microscope where every action can be misinterpreted. So, now I want to hear from you, my dear Joysters. What did you think of Huening's direct response on Weverse? Do you feel that idols should feel pressured to address every rumor and allegation personally, or should that be left to the companies? And most importantly, how do we, as fans, strike a balance between caring for our idols and respecting their private moments, even when they seem ambiguous? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. I love reading your perspectives. Today we are going to talk about the recent and deeply troubling incident involving TXT's Soobin, Zero Base One's Jang Hao, and One Us's Hee, who had their private vacation completely invaded by stalker fans. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the topics you care about most. It was October 7th, 2025, during the Chuseok holidays in South Korea, a time for family, gratitude, and a well-deserved break for many, including our hardworking idols. TXT's Soobin, Zero Base One's Jang Hao, and One Us's Hee were spotted at the airport, leaving for China. Fans quickly surmised that they were likely going to visit Jang Hao's homeland, which is a really sweet idea for a friend's trip. Initially, the online sentiment was overwhelmingly positive. Fans were genuinely thrilled to see these idols from different groups, showcasing such a beautiful cross-group friendship, and getting precious time to themselves away from their grueling schedules. It's a rare and beautiful thing to see in the K-pop world. However, that initial joy quickly turned to horror the moment the boys landed. Upon their arrival in China, they were immediately mobbed by fans. The most alarming part? They had no staff or bodyguards with them at the airport that day. They were completely unprotected. The situation was so severe that it was later reported they had to hire their own security. When they went out to eat, they were surrounded by bodyguards who struggled to keep the aggressive fans at bay. Can you imagine being on a private trip and having to hire a security detail just to go to a restaurant? But the most viral moment of this entire ordeal came later, at what appears to be their hotel. Videos surfaced on X showing the idols being swarmed yet again as they tried to enter an elevator. This is where things escalated dramatically. At one point, a phone was shoved into the elevator, presumably to film them in that confined, private space. Soobin picked it up and threw it out. But then, what looks like the same phone was thrown back into the elevator, and Soobin, without hesitation, threw it right back out again. This direct reaction from Soobin instantly became a hot topic online, sparking a massive wave of reactions from netizens across the globe. And honestly, the overwhelming majority of people felt his response was not just understandable, but completely justified. One netizen wrote with clear frustration, "Seeing Soobin throwing that phone is bringing me so much joy and happiness. Do it again, King." Another pointed out, quite vehemently, "Soobin throwing the phone out of the elevator? Please, next time hit that stalker on the face with the phone. Thank you." And one wrote thoughtfully, adding a broader perspective, "Friendly reminder that being a fan also means respecting your artist's privacy and personal life. In fact, it should be the bare minimum as a fan." The anger towards the stalker's actions was palpable. Another comment read, "To those people who stalked Soobin and Hao at the airport, did y'all shit out your brain and flush it down the drain? And didn't y'all know about basic manners, especially about respecting people's privacy? Man, y'all are actually just mentally ill. Go seek help from a therapist, please." The support for Soobin's actions continued to pour in. Another netizen commented, "Soobin, instead of throwing a phone next time, just leap over and deck them in the face." And one final comment that really sums up the general sentiment stated, "He was much nicer about it than I would have been. He tossed it. I would have put some power behind it." This entire incident is, unfortunately, not an isolated one. It highlights the persistent and severe problem of stalking in K-pop, where some fans are utterly unable to respect the most basic boundaries. These are human beings, not characters in a show, and their need for privacy, especially on a personal holiday, should be non-negotiable. The incident didn't just outrage international netizens, it caused a major stir within the fandom itself. In fact, a viral post from a Soobin fan account captured the mood, telling fellow fans, "Don't apologize. They're not MOA. They weren't fans of anyone. This highlights how the real fan community is actively trying to distance itself from this toxic behavior. It shows that for every boundary-crossing stalker, there are thousands of fans who just want their idols to be safe and respected. So now I want to turn it over to you, my dear Joysters. This is a conversation we need to have as a community. What are your thoughts on this entire situation? Do you believe Soobin's reaction was warranted given the extreme invasion of privacy? Where do we, as fans, draw the line between support and obsession? How can we, as a collective fandom, better promote a culture of respect and boundaries to prevent things like this from happening in the future? Let me know all your opinions and thoughts in the comments down below. Today, we are going to talk about this hot topic that's been setting the internet ablaze: the heated debate surrounding Red Velvet's Irene and her potential future in acting. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on all the latest happenings in the K-world. So, where did this all start? It sparked after Irene recently told fans during a fan call that she was at her label, going to attend a class. A curious netizen reposted the messages, wondering if she was talking about acting classes. Now, it's crucial to note that there have been no concrete hints about Irene working on any acting projects currently, but that single post was enough to catch the intense attention of Korean netizens, making it go viral almost instantly. As comments poured in, a large number of them expressed that Irene was too old to venture into acting, and that she should have taken up opportunities while Red Velvet was still early in their idol career. Some also pointed out that her height was shorter than what is the industry standard now for actresses. Let's get into some of the specific comments that were made. One netizen bluntly stated, "She doesn't have the face of an actress. Plus, actresses need to be tall." While a different user pointed out, "She's too short. Even if you're short, it's fine if your proportions are good, but her proportions are also not the best for the camera. It's a visual medium, after all." Another harshly said, "It's too late. She missed her window. She should just focus on Red Velvet's activities." Another wrote, "Actresses around her age do seem to be more glamorous." And a common sentiment was, "It's too late." Adding to the critique, another wrote thoughtfully, "It's not just about age. Actresses around her age who are successful, like Kim Go-yoon or Park So-dam, have a certain versatility and screen presence they built up over years. Irene has been focused on being an idol. Starting now is just too late to build that foundation." Now, these comments immediately ticked off international fans, who took to platforms like Twitter and Instagram to highlight what they saw as sheer hypocrisy. They were quick to point out the double standard of policing Irene over her age when male actors the same age or even older are thriving in their careers. One fan wrote passionately, "Irene has always been a victim of ageist comments since debut. Age and career in acting, singing, and dancing doesn't have correlation. You guys are so comfortable with the idea of discarding women when they reach their 30s, and it's so disgusting." Another netizen pointed out a very specific example, writing, "Bayeon Wooseok, a 91-liner, literally won a Rookie Actor Award. Why are you so obsessed with women age? If men at 30s can do acting, why can't women?" And another wrote thoughtfully, bringing up another actor for comparison, "So nets draw a line at Irene wanting to act, but it's absolutely okay for In-yop to play a high schooler despite being a 91-liner too? Koreans, stop being misogynistic, challenge impossible." Another fan pointedly asked, "Why is age always an issue only when it's women? An actor the same age as Irene can still play high school roles, but if Irene wanted to go into acting, it would suddenly be a problem." It's also important to add a key piece of context here that many are overlooking. Notably, Irene has already made her debut as an actress. Back in 2016, she starred in a web drama called Women at a Game Company. She actually received positive reviews for her portrayal of Ariam in the show. Later, she made her official movie debut in the 2021 film Double Patty, in the lead role. So this isn't about someone with zero experience suddenly wanting to act. It's about an artist who has already taken steps in that field and might want to explore it further. So, that's the whole story. But now I want to hear from you, my dear Joysters. What is your take on this entire situation? Do you think age should be a barrier for an idol, especially a woman wanting to pursue acting later in their career? And more importantly, Why do you think there is such a glaring double standard when it comes to the ages of male and female celebrities in the industry? Let's have a respectful and insightful conversation down in the comments below. Today, we are going to talk about this viral controversy that has the K-pop community absolutely buzzing. It all revolves around a demo clip of BLACKPINK Jennie's hit song, Like Jennie, and the involvement of the artist Zico. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on KJoy. So, here's what kicked everything off. Earlier this year, Jennie released her solo track, Like Jennie, which was, of course, a massive hit. We all loved it. One of the contributors to the song was the well-known artist and producer, Zico. Back in July, during a fan meeting, Zico shared a snippet of the original demo for the track. Now, fast forward to recently, a TikTok video went viral, placing Zico's demo clip side by side with Jennie's final version from the studio. This is where the internet split right down the middle. The video quickly drew criticism from some netizens who targeted Jennie directly. Along with bringing up Zico's own past controversies, many used this as an opportunity to hit out at Jennie for supposedly not writing her own raps. The comments section became a battlefield. One user set the tone by writing simply, "Oh, she is not writing her raps." Another netizen echoed that sentiment, writing, "As expected, she doesn't write her own rap." And the criticism got even more specific. Another person pointed out, "Oh, so she bought Zico's demo and her fans so brave, said it feminist's song. The fact it was a man wrote it about mocking other women's style." Amidst the criticism, some listeners simply compared the two versions, with one user stating, "His version better and natural." While another wrote thoughtfully, questioning the very foundation of the outrage, "When did we ever think Jennie was writing her own raps?" But just as the criticism was loud, the defense from other netizens was equally powerful and insightful. One user offered a detailed explanation, saying, "Look, to whoever hates Jennie after watching this, go watch the Benny Blanco interview on YouTube on how he created songs. Sometimes other people do the demo so the artist can use it to lead, guide on how to sing, do the song. And it's normal when you're working in music industry, just like how G-Dragon do demo to guide Asa Baby Monster how to do her rap, and in the final Asa did some improvisation. Also on Spotify, Jennie and Zico both are credited as writers for this song." This perspective was shared by many who came to Jennie's defense. Another netizen raised a very logical point, writing, "Why do people think that just because she didn't write her rap, she didn't write the rest of the song either? They think the whole song is just the rap." Some comments were more blunt in their support, with one person declaring, "Jennie haters is dumb final boss." And another fan focused on the facts as they know them, stating, "Why are people denying that he wrote the rap when Jennie literally said he wrote it, and for the people who need proof it was said in like an interview or some type of fan event where they were together?" Ultimately, many fans believe that Jennie's touch is what made the song shine. As another user perfectly put it, "Jennie makes it more good." So that's the whole story. A demo clip sparked a huge debate about artistry, collaboration, and credit in the music industry. Now, I want to hear from all of you, my Joysters. This topic is so nuanced, and I'm really curious about your opinions. What are your thoughts on artists using demos as a guide? Do you think the backlash against Jennie was justified, or was it a misunderstanding of how music production works? And more broadly, how important is it to you that your favorite idols write their own verses versus delivering a fantastic performance? Let me know all your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. I absolutely love reading them. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in to KJoy. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always first to know what's happening in the world of K-pop. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and stay tuned.